What if it's all been a gift? Like everything. What if all dimensions of our life, every facet, every piece has been a gift from God we didn't earn, but was given to us by grace? What if every breath, like that one just there? What if the gift of new sunlight starting a day? What if the food that you ate for breakfast and the bed you'll sleep in tonight? What if the people around you who love you and support you, what if all of them have been gifts? And on top of that, what if even our relationship with God has been a gift that God gives and God makes possible, not something we have to earn or prove ourselves or achieve? That's so countercultural. That's so different from the ways the world around us teaches us to see things, right? So many voices around us say that everything is a matter of earning and proving yourself and achieving where you are in your work life and what possessions you have and what your tax bracket is and whether your kids are on the honor roll and whether you buy name brand cereal or generic cereal. All these are matters of your working for it, earning it, proving how good you are compared to everybody else. And that's just it. The mindset of everything has to be earned or achieved or accomplished has a way of also making me view everybody else around me with suspicion, like they're competition, like we're all vying for a few spots, imagining that God only has enough room for a handful of select VIPs, and therefore I've got to edge you out. I've got to prove that I'm more worthy. I'm a better rule follower. I'm a more pious prayer. I'm a more devout church attender, whatever. We've been playing this game for too long. In fact, the whole point of the Lutheran Reformation that we celebrate this coming Sunday as we remember more than 500 years since our older brother in the faith, Martin Luther, began what became the Lutheran Reformation in the church. We keep turning back to finding ways to think we earn our relationship with God, or that we earn the things around us, that this is a matter of my being good enough or proving myself or at least being better than you and having a better chance to earn a spot in a small select group of the good enough people, the saints or the people in heaven. And over and over again, the gospel keeps pulling us back and saying, no, it's never been a matter of your earning or working for it. Not by how much money you make or what neighborhood you live in or how elite or fancy the credentials on your wall are, and not even the religious credentials you might bring, how fiercely or fervently you pray, how much you give in your offerings, how many church committees you serve on. None of those are the way we're brought into right relationship with God. It has everything to do with what God has done for us in Christ. All is a gift of grace. The most we do is trust the gift that has been placed in our hands and then to offer our lives back as a thank you. But that's totally different from so many of the voices around us that want to see everything or teach us to see everything as a matter of earning and accomplishing and needing to elbow somebody else out of the way. This Sunday, we find ourselves pulled back again to the words of the scriptures and to see when we actually read what the scriptures say, when we actually read the Bible, it doesn't offer us some sort of deal or reality show competition. It offers us the gift of God's grace that we haven't done a thing to earn, but find in our hands. And even maybe the ability to open and receive that gift is itself a gift of grace. It's sometimes hard to wrap our mind around news that sounds that good, because it sounds too good to be true, because it sounds so different from the messaging we get all around us all the time. Maybe that's why we need to keep coming back to it, why every year we keep, in particular, being pulled back to celebrate this moment in history when our older brother in the faith did really serious Bible reading and said, the more I read the scriptures, the more I'm convinced it really is all by grace. So maybe that's where you're at today. Maybe you have heard so many voices around you saying you've got to prove your worthiness, you've got to show that you're better than the next person, you've got to have somebody else beneath you so that you can feel better about yourself. Maybe you've heard those messages so long it just feels like, well, that's just conventional wisdom. That's what everybody says is true. Join us this Sunday for a different word, an alternative word, the word from the gospel itself. that says God has never been interested in us earning our place by our achievements. God has always been interested in bringing us into relationship as a free gift of grace because of what God has done in Christ and how our lives reach out and receive that gift simply by trusting when God says this is for you, that it really is for you. What if it's all been a gift all along? What if it still is? See you Sunday.